It is Tuesday, May 23rd. Degrees, and although we are looking at some flat white skies with no blue in them, the sun is managing to shine through, and there is a beautiful breeze, and it is once again a paradise in here.
Must be just like living in paradise.
They cut a little path through the vegetation by the lake finally, because it was so overgrown, and I went in to grab some scenery and was attacked by a flock of birds. Coming back. What the fuck? Yeah, they didn't want me there. It's beautiful in there though. In fact, it's so beautiful that I end up taking like 1,000 scenery shots, and I gotta tell myself, put it away, put it away.
Put away, put away.
But,
put away, put away.
What kind of lunacy this week? Well, that's an easy one.
That's easy.
With the tards tarding around at the G7 summit in Japan, trying to appear all transparent while they sell us all the fucking psyops and wars and horseshit nonsense and pretend to care about the debt ceiling and things like that.
And now for another fast-breaking news story, we go to our roving...
President Biden getting feisty at a rare press conference in Japan for the G7 summit.
My guess is I'll get a question about, well, wait a minute, the American people aren't satisfied.
You got that
and
right.
Guess what? As I told you all before, most of this, what we passed, doesn't kick in. It only kicks in over time.
Yeah, right.
Come on.
Do you think that if there is a breach, nobody is going to blame you?
There's no one blaming me. I know you won't. You'll be saying Biden did a wonderful job.
I'm asking.
I know you.
Would you be blameless in a default situation?
On the merits, based on what I've offered, I would be blameless. On the politics of it, no one would be blameless.
I've had a lot of experience with semantics, so don't try to lure me into some maze of circular logic.
But, of course, as always, simultaneously, the true power elite.
The human power elite.
Meet in secret every year at the Bilderberg conference, which took place, of course, at the same time as the G7 summit. This Bilderberg conference this year was in Portugal, while the G7 was in Japan. And as usual, complete media blackout, and any alternative media that attempted to cover the event were strong-armed, shoved aside, and treated like shit.
Mr. Karp, will you be talking about how AI is potentially going to be a downfall of society, sir? I don't understand Portuguese.
Mr. Karp,
Thank you
how
for
does Palantir factor into the AI question, the AI topic at Bilderberg? So, one question about Palantir, Mr. Karp. Thank you.
Atrás das grades.
Okay. No, is this not public property right here? No. It is public. Public sidewalk.
That way.
Yeah, this is a public sidewalk right here.
No.
It's not a public sidewalk?
No.
I think it is, sir. Yeah. Well, they can't restrict a public, Under Section 72, Section 2 under the Criminal Code, you can't block me from doing this work on a public street.
I talked with you, well, yes?
I'm not causing a problem. You have the tape here, you have it here, I'll stay here. If you want us there, you put the tape over there then. That's how that works. Guys,
No.
speak English?
Speak
A little?
English. Why?
Because I was under the understanding that under Section 79, Article 2 of your criminal code, we're allowed to document this as journalists without being infringed upon.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Turn off.
Can I not
Computer,
record?
Turn off.
Why can't I?
Turn off, please.
I'd like
Can
to
you turn
record
off?
this.
Or I take the phone, okay?
Take the phone. All right.
You're ready now, mister.
All right, police are getting a little aggressive with us, forcing us to move way back, not allowing us to record, threatening to take my camera and footage.
Take out the phone, please.
So we're, okay.
Take out the phone, please.
So as you guys saw, these massive group of thugs just came and pushed us into this pen. This little tiny pen.
These are the things that, again, people miss. The G7 is there to create the illusion of transparency and to sell us all the bullshit narratives, while in secret, behind closed doors, with a media blackout, the actual power brokers, the oil mongers, the bankers, the Silicon Valley fucks, the heads of corporations, and every other aspect of global power that control resources, meet in secret and hold a conference to discuss how they can drive the world in the direction they want, which of course is already well planned. It's more about the execution, because as you can see, that plan is well underway. You're goddamn right. So, in the meantime, as the debt ceiling conundrum continues here, as they try to give the impression that they're going to do everything they can to fix.
So, the last time that we got this close to a debt ceiling default, President Obama deputized his vice president to lead the negotiations. Why doesn't President Biden ask Vice President Harris to lead these negotiations while he's engaged?
Well, I disagree with your the premise of your question. The president does. Well, let me. The president entrusts the vice president, as we all know, as we have stated many times. She was in the meeting that with the congressional members that occurred very recently, right before the president left for Japan.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
She has been in regular conversations as well, and has been in conversations with the president. He has taken her a consult and listened to her advice, as he always does on many issues. This is one of many issues. And so that has not changed. And I think you actually said something that is incredibly important. The president has been there before, right? He has dealt with these types of negotiations, these types of conversations before. He knows how this all works. This is not new to him. And this is why he is optimistic. And this is why these conversations are going to continue, and he's going to stay on top of them. Look, Peter. Look, Peter.
Anyway, what else do we have? Have you seen this one?
Chopping down our trees, stop using plastic things, cardboard and dry leaves, and give back to the earth we've been given. Cut down the milk and meat, green color, the lights and heat. We'll sing this song on repeat as we do our part for the world that we live in.
Holy shit, dude.
Cement yourself to the street.
How dare you?
So, what else is going on here? The bond market has been shaken up in a way that is concerning.
So, we got a warning today. A warning, oh my goodness. Morgan Stanley, I think, warns us What is that? More than anybody. So Morgan Stanley is warning of a bull trap in this market. Now here I believe, again, that they got this right here. What's going on? Are you watching the 10-year yield this morning? It's even higher. 3.68. The MMRI on the rise here. Okay, just lovely. But the market seems to be defying gravity. You know, there's a lot to this here. Maybe it's a continuation of buy the rumor. I don't know. We'll see how this plays out here moving forward. But it's an interesting thing here. 10-year yield climbing, risk in the market is climbing. Bond yields are rising around the world. What does that mean? Bonds are selling off. This is exactly what you and I have been talking about like since forever now. Waiting for the debt market time bomb to go off, and it's going to. There's no doubt about it. I was talking to Joe Salente about this just yesterday.
If you're a viewer of Greg Mannarino, you will know that the bond market and the debt market is the driver of the economy. And once that bursts, that is when you will see this entire system come down, fall apart, and they will then attempt to bring in their new system and transition us into these controlled, surveilled, digital currencies that will not be earned, but allotted and also distributed to those that conform to their social behavior. Be monitored by the aspects of the social credit system and everything the hell else that they're trying to bring in with this whole smart city AI future, hell future, that they want us to accept so that they can get the control over the world that they seek.
Screw your freedom.
Because that is their end goal. The aspect of controlling the money is... Well, it's that time of year again. The aspect of having control over the creation and issuance of money and currency is nothing but a tool in order to gain control over people. And now they are attempting to use that same system to take complete control over everything and everyone. And, you know, in order to manifest this, there has to be some kind of crisis that must occur. So that people will emotionally react out of fear and accept the solution that they offer for the crisis that they themselves are responsible for creating, using the problem, reaction, solution scenario that they use constantly to get people to conform to their agendas. So is this debt ceiling issue going to be the event that triggers all that? Who knows? Only they do. Sure, they've been talking about it all fucking weekend. But, you know, we're hearing about the Ukraine war and Zelensky. In the middle right now. Dance for me, baby. And sanctions on Russia. And, you know, all the bullshit with China and the narrative that they have been running this whole time so that they can use it as an excuse once the time comes to implement the next step of their horseshit, evil-ass agenda. And if you need any confirmation that that is true, just ask the Department of Homeland Security, the secretary or the head of the Department of Homeland Security, what the biggest threat to our country is.
The president yesterday at his commencement address for the Howard University graduates called white supremacy the major domestic terror threat in this country.
The fuck is that? Shit!
Is that correct?
it tragically is. You know, in the terrorism context, domestic violent extremism is our greatest threat right now. What? Individuals driven to violence because of ideologies of hate, anti-government sentiments, false narratives, personal grievances, and the like. And regrettably, we have seen a rise in white supremacy.
Yeah, you know, because that's what it is. It's white supremacy and those that question government and those that have grievances. Shut the fuck up, dude. Hey! Shut the fuck up! This is the biggest and this is the most obvious replication of the lead up to the Mao Revolution in China that you could possibly ask for. Someone read a book and see the similarities, please. You know, you have the blaming of every problem in the world put on the shoulders of one person, the enemy, which of course we know who that is, and then he represents all problems in the world, and anyone that supports him or looks like him is demonized, thus creating polarized division to be played off against each other.
And that's facts.
So once you, of course, understand what they are doing and the methods that they use to do it, it no longer can affect you in the way that they want it to affect you. You are no longer susceptible to that emotional manipulation, and you can see clearly what they're doing. Again, and I will quote David Icke a million times, know the outcome and you will see the journey. And there has never been a more accurate statement about what's going on here.
Goddamn right.
So, anyway, after babbling on and on, I think I will leave it there for the week. And as always, I hope all is well. And we will see you on the next one. Get learning, get speaking.
Someone else that say fuck the world, but not I need help. Yeah, everybody tells me it's alright. Everybody tells me I'll be fine. Everything is not a fucking game. Oh, but they can't tell me why. I put the picture on the shelf, leave the memory behind. But the truth is I can't say goodbye. So I made friends with all my demons. Let them sink their teeth in. Got used to the feeling of letting it go. So give me something to believe in and throw me in the deep end. It all feels the same with your eyes closed. So you can throw me in the deep end, deep end, deep end, deep end.
On the same old path again, from where I'm at to where I've been. I drift away and you pull me in, but the waves are deep and I'm wearing thin. Yeah, I caught myself in a lie. Guess I'm just calling to say you were right. I carry the weight of the world in my head and it keeps me up at night. And everybody tells me it's alright. Everybody tells me I'll be fine. Everything's not okay.
Can you hear me? Can you see? There's a storm on